Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in to the Gold Zebra's YouTube channel. I'm Reece, owner and founder of the Gold Zebra. And in our last video we talked about the 5 main tips for networking, which is great, but I wanted to follow up with a second video with another 5 tips about how to start that initial conversation once you're at a networking event. Because I know that that can be the hardest part once you're at an event, is to initially meet the person, and after you've created a flow in conversation, then you're off to the races. So my first tip is to bring a friend to a networking event. This allows you to already have a comfortable dynamic with someone, and you'll be able to really flow with your conversations, and so you can bring other people into them and kind of have those conversations with ease. It's a great opportunity for you to feel comfortable throughout the duration of the event, but just remember that you don't want to spend all your time only talking to your friend, because that will defeat the purpose of being at the event if your intention is to network. Number 2, lighten the mood. Now, if you can make a generalized comment just to spark the initial conversation, a lot of times people will be more than happy to answer because they're not quite sure what to talk about either. So asking someone, how many people do you think are here? Or, oh, look at these dorky name tags, they're hilarious, aren't they? Or perhaps, what are you looking forward to hearing the keynote speaker speak about? Or how did you hear about this event? These are all great conversation starters because they are non-invasive. They allow the person to answer with more than just a yes or no answer, and it gets your foot in the door to introducing yourself without seeming too aggressive with your initial interaction. Next, I would recommend focusing on the content. So by doing a bit of research about the keynote speaker at the event, or perhaps the organization that's hosting the event, these are all great things to spark that initial conversation with someone about. So perhaps you could ask them, what did they think about the keynote speaker? What were the 3 points that really resonated with them? Or how did they get involved in the organization that's hosting the event? These are all, again, great conversation starters. So focusing on content or the intention behind the event is another great starting point. So my next tip is finding something in common. If you're able to find something in common with the person, whether it be similar TV shows, a sports team that you root for, a certain fashion designer that you absolutely love, this will really help to lighten the mood and allow you to speak a lot more casually and comfortably in a networking setting. This will also establish yourself because you'll be able to connect on a personal level with that person, and it will really help to be that mental cue once you follow up with the person after the networking event for them to remember exactly who you were and what you were talking about. Now, the final tip is to compliment them on something. Now, I have to say a disclaimer that it has to be a genuine compliment. You can't just go around offering up compliments that aren't sincere, because people will see right through it. But perhaps the person has a great looking suit on, or you really like their dress shirt color, or their handbag, or their accessories, or the way they've styled their hair that day, or the color of their lipstick. Regardless of what it is, if you really genuinely like it, it is a great conversation starter because people naturally love compliments, and it will help to break the mood. But in summary, the top 5 tips for initiating conversation at a networking event: number 1, bring a friend to help you along. Number 2, lighten the mood by asking an open-ended question. Number 3, focus on the content or intention behind the event. Number 4, try and find something in common with the person. Or number 5, compliment them on something that you really genuinely like. The last thing that I just want to say about going to networking events is remember to relax. Take a deep breath. Everybody is there for the same reason. They're probably feeling as uncomfortable as you are. And so you want to make sure that you are positive and proactive at all events in order to take advantage of all of the opportunities that they have. And remember, when approaching someone, take a deep breath, approach them with open body language, and remember to smile, and everything else will flow from there. Let yourself fall, baby.